Hi everyone, this is Dr. Aiman Tohid, and I'll be hosting your show called Dogana Talk Show. Each month, we'll be featuring a dynamic Dawite and their journey, how they came to the US and started working here. Today, we have wonderful Dr. Asra Nayab with us. I'll let her introduce herself. Hi, Asra.
Hi, Aiman. Thank you for having me here. Hi, everybody. Assalamu alaikum. I'm Dr. Asra Nayab. I am from batch 2012 DMC, and I'm currently residing in Las Vegas, Nevada, USA. I'm a neuroradiologist, and uh, I love outdoors. So right now I'm just sitting in my outdoor garden, sort of, and as good as you can have in Vegas because it's a desert. I'm really happy to be here and to, give my spiel on whatever Eamon throws at me today. I don't know. It's a surprise. We'll find out.
Trust me, it's going to be very simple and easy. So let's
Okay.
get started. I'm going to start with a little nostalgia. Let's talk about what's one thing you miss the most about your Dow days.
My doubt is my hostel life, like my hostel life. It was fantabulous. Honestly, I would not trade it for anything. I was a hostelite for 4 out of 5 years and made the most amazing friends, and we're still in touch. So yeah.
Wonderful. Okay. And what was your, the click aha moment that, I'm going to pursue residency down the US, or was it already in the cards? How did you come up with this plan?
You know, I don't think there was an aha moment. It was more like peer pressure. Everybody was going to US, and everyone was stellar except for me. I was no stellar student. But everyone was, oh, we're gonna do USMLE and this and that. I was like, okay, I'll give it a shot. And I applied for electives. I got lucky. I got accepted to UIC Urbana-Champaign. Went there for 1 month in cardiology, came back to Pakistan, still clueless as to what future holds for me. But again, it was more like, do I have what it takes? Because all my friends were, doing this. The entire class was pretty much pursuing this, minus a few. But I wanted to know if I had what it takes to get matched. It was just, it was, and I'm sure you know the feeling. It's considered a pretty big deal.
I know.
So
I
it
can
was it was
definitely.
more like peer pressure and like testing my nerves.
Wonderful. So how would you talked a little about, you got into elective cardiology. So could you tell us a little bit about your journey, how it started, and how did you end up here where you are right now?
Yeah, so um Alhamdulillah for the journey. Honestly, I look back and I can only express my gratitude to Allah. Nothing was in my control per se. I was literally just trying. So elective was in cardiology. I did that, I got that. Came back again clueless what I want to pursue, like what specialty. Cardiology was fun, but it did not click. Internal medicine did not click. So then I decided to do house job. So my parents were in Islamabad, so I went to Islamabad. I did my house job in PIMS. I think that's where things started, you know, becoming clearer and clearer to me as to what I can do and what I cannot do, where my potential lies. So general surgery was one thing I really loved. I loved general surgery rotations, and I didn't want to come home. I wanted to stay at the hospital. And then while during my surgery rotation, I had a patient with acute pancreatitis, I remember, and we got a CT done, and we had those films in our hand, and I had no clue, like, where is the pancreas? Like, okay, which one is the pancreas? How are they calling pancreatitis? I went to the radiology department. It took me a good, I don't know, 30 or 40 minutes to actually get in touch with a radiologist. I was like, whoa, who are these people? Why are they so like behind the scenes? Like, and that kind of like intrigued me, like I like this behind the stage life. Like, you are calling shots on these patients, you are calling the diagnoses, and yet you are somewhere behind the scenes and, like exclusive. I don't know. It was just, I mean, my young mind, my young brain kind of perceived it that way. So then I started looking into um radiology pathways in US. And it so happened that one of our, family friends happened to be a radiologist, and he gave me an opening for an observership at University of Pennsylvania. Again, sheer luck. I tell you, Amen, because radiology is neither a major nor a minor in med school. We never rotate to radiology. There's no house job rotation in radiology. So I ended up at UPenn in neuroradiology, and I did not know that I was sitting with actually the then president of American Society of Neuroradiology. Amazing personality. She was so um, clear, concise, and she became my ideal almost. And she was the reason I wanted to pursue neuroradiology. When I sat with her, the way she went over temporal bones and this and that, I was like, this is exactly what I want to do. So that was my aha moment. I want to say, aha, this is what I want to do. I want to be a neuroradiologist.
Interesting story. So I
Yeah.
just want to know because young people will be very intrigued, especially young girls, who are trying to follow this path. कि जैसे आपने बोला कि surgery is what you really wanted. Surgery सबको ज़्यादातर पसंद होती है, but because of girls pursuing their family life, they don't try to go for it. कि भाई, work-life balance नहीं रहेगा. How do you find in radiology? Do you have a work-life balance?
So I do a lot of home shifts. The practice that I am in, I have almost, I want to say 50-50. So I do go to the hospital, I'm hands-on, I do procedures, and I do home shifts too. In fact, today, so right now it's 10 in the morning. At 4 p.m. I start my shift and I'm going to be working till midnight. So I do get a lot of home shifts too. Again, honestly, I wouldn't discourage anyone who wants to pursue gen surge, plastics, neurosurge, radiology, whatever you want to pursue, because work-life balance comes. It eventually comes. Yeah, in training it will be a little tough because training is training. You can choose any other specialty which you think is going to be lighter, but training will be equally tough because training is meant to be rigorous. But after training, you can pretty much decide your hours, you know, um, wherever you work, you can choose, okay, I'm going to work this many hours. Eventually, you can taper it, you can, trim it down to where you want it to be. Like right now, this is my first job. And I'm okay with the work hours really, because when I'm in the hospital, I'm in the hospital. When I'm home, like this morning is free. I enjoy with my daughter. We go out for breakfast. I can, pick and drop her from school. So I think in terms of work-life balance, I'm okay. And hopefully it will get better.
Wonderful. So during this process, what do you tell the younger Dawites? What helped you the most? Were these people, like you just mentioned, you had a family friend, luckily they referred you to that rotation, or was it the some platform that helped you, some personal habits? What would you say was most helpful?
So it's always an amalgam of things, right? It's not one thing. It would be unfair to say it was just one person, one thing. It's best to say that it's always an amalgam of things and how you capitalize on your opportunities. One, always be grateful, right? Because this becoming a physician, this is an opportunity and it is a privilege, right? This is a privilege. Do not waste it. Um, One, believe in yourself. I've seen so many people, they say, I want to do OBGYN, I want to do ophthalmology, but it's so hard to match in US. No, just believe in yourself. Take it from me. I'm telling you, I was no stellar student, but I really did believe in myself. Like, this is what I want. This is what I want to do. Number one. Number two,
Persistence.
yeah, persistence and capitalize your opportunities. If someone is offering you a helping hand, be kind. Accept it, but be kind. And always remember that there is a payback. You have to, some people don't, ask for paybacks, but if you are just, kind to them and polite to them, that's a payback enough. I've heard so many stories about, oh, I helped so and so's Dawite or, XYZ student. And when I wanted some help from them, they never even returned my message. So, that's an unkind thing to do. No one's asking you for money in return for offering you a rotation or something like that. But, the least you can do is be kind and, genuine in your mannerism. The other thing is uh, discipline, of course. Wake up first thing in the morning, work on your mental strength, mental agility, because match takes a lot out of you. Residency takes even more. And then the life after just takes everything out of you. So mental agility, do yoga or, go to the gym, just physical like workout, running. These things are so important. So basically, this is you gearing up for what is coming next. And then patience and prayer. Always patience and prayer. keep reciting du'as while you're taking any important step. Say Bismillah for everything. These are so, so important. Such little things, but they make a huge difference.
Yeah, definitely. And I also want to add here, did you mention the mannerisms? Pakistani culture may people lack saying thank you even. So if somebody has helped you, so please say thank you. So
Yeah.
that I have encountered a lot.
Yeah.
So anyway, let's moving forward. Any mistakes and regrets you have during the journey, or you may have made, and you would recommend others not to do it?
Mistakes and I don't have any regrets. Um,
Any myths during the journey you think would not help anyone?
I would say don't be very open about your plans. Now this is like a scientifically proven thing. This is not, I'm not making it up out of myself for myself. This is scientifically proven. When you start, being very loud about your plans, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that, your mind somewhere, there is this term for it. It says, a false sense of completion. Your brain gets a false sense of completion, and those things never come to execution. You just cannot execute them. So what I did do, it's not a regret or a mistake, but I actually did keep it to myself during my math season that I was applying in radiology, because one, no one was gonna believe me, and two, again, like there were such stellar students around me that they chances of me matching were slim, let alone in radiology. So I kept it to myself. I treated it as a sacred mission for myself. But I'll tell you, just don't overshare. It doesn't help. Um, Keep it minimal, and you have to be surrounded by positivity. Number one. So a lot of people who were naysayers around me, like, you're not gonna match it, da, 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 da. I was not keeping in touch with those people because that was negativity. It doesn't help you. You have to have positivity around you. It's no, or no one around you for that matter. And if it doesn't help, just, it's okay if they're close friends, but if they're naysayers, it's only going to hinder your journey. You're going to feel more depleted than more empowered.
So I had some questions jot down, but you have already gone through them in a way
Okay.
in your other answers. So I'm going to skip those and directly move to how are you staying connected with your Dow today? Are you helping your younger Dowites, or is there a way we can all help our alumni?
So I am a lifetime member of Dogana, and throughout these years, I have been intermittently in touch with the Dawites and students from other medical schools in terms of preparing them for interviews, helping them with their personal statements. So I think interview preparation is a big, big thing. Do it in front of the mirror. If you feel like you don't have anyone to talk to, just do it in front of the mirror. Do a smile check. If you want to look your best, you want to present yourself, you want to sell yourself the right way. If you can't sell it, you don't have it. One of my colleagues used to say that actually. Um, so I would say that, um, excuse me. Sorry. Okay. Yeah. So interview preparation is something that's very, I take it very seriously. And anytime I see someone who says we had 12 interviews, 16 interviews, and we couldn't match, I always think that, it has to be the interview skills. So that was one project that I worked with the UPNA Young Physicians Committee. And then personal statements has been a thing. So right now I'm in Nevada. I'm also the secretary of the Nevada UPNA chapter. And we are basically at state level, we are very engaged. So I do talk to young physicians all the time here and there, and I'm available to help them in any way I can.
So do you have any message for them? Is it important to stay connected with the alumni? Do they have to become part of a Dogana, or how can it help them?
So there is power in numbers. There is power in organization. I believe so much in this. I have come across many people who don't believe in Apna, who don't believe in Dogana, but I would negate them. I would say that you're wrong. When you are together, when you are in numbers, you have the opportunity to advocate, you know. And advocacy is the most important thing, the single most important thing in the world for any community. For be it you're a Muslim, you're a Pakistani, you're a physician, you're a Dawit, advocacy is so important, and it has been part of our training in US too. If you go to the ACP meetings, or if you go to, in case of radiology, you go to ACR meetings, they're at the state capitol, the Capitol Hill in DC, and you go and you advocate for your specialty. So I did do that. And the reason I was able to do that was because I was part of the American College of Radiology, Oklahoma chapter. I was the president of the resident fellow chapter section in Oklahoma, and I went to DC there and advocated for the specialty of radiology on behalf of people in Oklahoma and physicians in Oklahoma, radiologists in Oklahoma. So all of that happened because there is an organization called ACR, and it's giving you the opportunity, the platform. Like, here, we are here, you come here, you join and you advocate. Likewise, APNA has an advocacy committee, right? So Dogana needs to be organized. Are all these Dawites, wherever you are, UK, US, Australia, wherever you are, in Pakistan, you need to be organized so you have a say, And Dow is a phenomenon. Honestly, it's amazing, and not a single day goes by when I don't thank myself that I went to that school and I'm a part of such a big alumni. So I think we all must recognize our value, our worth as physicians, as Dawites, because Dow has a pretty big name in Pakistan. We can capitalize on that, right? But that can only happen when we all come together. So please join Dogana membership, or if you are in the UK, join their respective Dawite association, and then you can hear other people's ideas. You can pool in your own ideas, and when you're in numbers, again, you have the power to do things, make things move.
I would just piggyback on what you said. So if you guys are listening to us and you are dynamic young Dawites, please do join Dogana or any of the organizations you think resonate with you, because as Asra said, there is power in numbers. So please do join, and you can make a difference. And Dow is the largest Pakistani alumni in the US, medical alumni. So even not in Pakistan, here it has a say too. Thank you, Asra, for sharing all these, your journey. It was all dynamic. I have a just quick, small rapid fire round for you. Quick question, 1 second. Yeah, so let's start and then we can wrap up and say bye to everyone. So one USMLE resource that you would swear by.
Patoma.
Okay. And one Pakistani thing that you miss the most in the US.
My patients in Pakistan. Duaएं देते हैं यार.
Yeah. And one word to describe your Dow journey.
Surprising.
And favorite Dow canteen moment.
हाय, क्या थे वो? नईम भाई थे? कौन से भाई थे वो? नसीम भाई थे? कौन थे वो जो नमकीन भाई? Yeah, he was a good one. I have one more actually, if I can just share it. So one of my friends, like, we were going to the cafeteria after our rounds and whatnot, and obviously it was extremely hot in Karachi, like it always is, and we were like sweating and all that. And she goes to the counter, she's like, "Uncle, ek jute aur chas de dein, please." And that was like such a hilarious moment. I was like, "Hello, Fizza, jute and chas, like jute and chas." It was so funny. I laughed over it like for days. Even sometimes now when I'm like eating chard, that always comes back to me. My friend Fizza saying, "Jute or chas de de," instead of juice or chard de de.
Okay, and last one, your favorite teacher at Dow?
Biochemistry के एक सर थे.
Dr. Javed?
I can't remember his name. Very even-minded person, very good teacher. He had actually spent some time in US before he went back to Pakistan. I can't remember his name though.
Okay, wonderful. Yeah. Thank you so much for your time, Asra. And I'm definitely, I agree that this is going to be very helpful for younger Dawites. Please do contact us if you want to be featured. And Asra, do you want to say bye before we wrap?
Yes. Bye, everyone. Allah Hafiz.
Bye.